From 2K Sports to everyone out there, welcome and Happy New Year. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Looking at the starting five for Boston. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Queta in at the center, filling out the middle. And it's DeRozan missing. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Stan, there seems to be an impatience to this Kings organization. Continuity is not the order of the day.
Well, yeah, B.A., and it can be disorienting for the players. You don't want to become complacent, but there's got to be a happy medium and some stability.
Here's Westbrook following the three by Boston. DeRozan outside. Sabonis with a screen on Brown. 6 to shoot. Here's DeRozan. Rebound Boston. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
White against Levine. Kicks it to DeRozan. Fires the three. And another miss by Sacramento.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Well, you know, White is quietly one of the league's most effective finishers on the drive.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Doug Christie. Right away, we got to talking about Jaylen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us, but with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from Coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Back over to you, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Levine. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. It's good.
And Levine can do it all. He's not just a talented shooter. He can hurt you inside, too.
Outside White. Brown against DeRozan. Outside, Brown. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Walsh can't get it to go.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Murray for three. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Grant, having played in the league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, B.A., it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body. And mentally, it might be even more difficult.
Now here's Westbrook. A steady force on their offense. Recording around 14 and a half a game.
Looking as tenacious as ever. Westbrook never holds back when going for his finish.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
White for three. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Sacramento leading by 4. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective. Taking it right to the defense.
Now here's DeRozan. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Got it.
Oh my, sinking yet another mid-range jumper.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Sacramento with some changes. Achua's checked in for Murray. Malik Monk comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Schroeder in for Westbrook. "56 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Boucher to win the cold spell. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Picked by Sabonis. Levine passes to Achua. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Monk. The 3 is up. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics trail by 3. Simons outside. 15 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Elbow shot. The shot misses. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Sacramento on top, leading by 3. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And guys, for the Kings, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Dario Saric is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Malik Monk. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Levine. Back to Monk. Shoots over Simons. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Pritchard. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Here's Hauser, and it's all tied up.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. And coach, the Kings know they need to get better defensively. But do they have the personnel is the question.
Well, so much of defense is about your commitment to making multiple efforts, in particular contesting three-point shooters, an area they've struggled in tremendously. If you're starting to fix something, start there.
Sacramento with some changes. McDermott comes in for Saric, and it's Westbrook in for Schroeder. Pass to Levine. Sacramento passing it around. Westbrook outside. Clock at 6. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. I've wondered, of all the things you can teach players, can you teach great passing?
I really don't think you can, B.A. You can teach solid fundamental passing. You can teach guys to make fewer mistakes by better use of fundamentals. But the great passers have great vision, and I just don't think that's something you can teach. I think that's something that guys gain over their time and experience playing the game of basketball.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Nearly halfway through the season. Let's see the standings out east. You take a look at the Celtics. Here around the midway point, they've proven to be a top 3 team in their conference.
Well, for the Celtics, I think they're the team you dread having to play. I mean, they've been performing at just about their best in every game so far this season.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
Now here's Brown. Playing Utah, he was nearly unstoppable. Again, the miss by Boston.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Well, Domantas Sabonis, already top 10 all-time in triple-doubles.
Yeah, he's a prolific scorer, rebounder, and playmaker. And B.A., he continues to add layers to his game, and he's still in the thick of his prime.
Now here's Brown. No points yet. White for 3. The shot won't fall. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Nice little flush there from Sabonis to cap off the possession.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Zach LaVine is becoming a more rugged defender. He said, it takes a toll. I've always been in great shape, but you have to be strong, too. The mental side of it, digging deep and figuring out how to get it done and how much you want it. Now, I like taking on those challenges. Guys, back over to you.
Making the commitment. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. And it's the Kings with the ball. Following the bucket by Boston. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Offensive rebound. And he gets it to go. Sabonis has got 6.
And you can see why Sabonis is considered one of the top rebounders in the game. He's relentless.
Pass to Hauser. Here's Tillman. Now here's White. Monk covers. Back to Tillman. Outside Pritchard. Shoots over Westbrook. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
Honestly, they were just outclassed in that one. We thought it would be a tough night for them, and it was.
Well, it's never fun when you're expected to lose a game. You just got to put it behind you, not carry it into the next one.
checked in for the Kings. Schroeder comes in for Levine. Walston also changing it up. Cadis checked in for Tillman. Walsh comes in for Hauser. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. Sacramento leading by 4. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
Now here's Westbrook. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And Grant, the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis. How much do you think Domas modeled his game after his dad?
Well, B.A., I played against his dad. Arvydas was 5 inches taller, but the elite skill set shared in common. No doubt, Domas took a lot of pointers from his father.
And the first one at the line is good.
What an impressive job Sabonis has done in the league. Truly a premier big man. He's really expanded his game over the years.
Looking at who's out there now for Sacramento. Murray's checked in for Monk. And it's Zach LaVine in for Schroeder. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter.
With his strength and explosiveness, DeRozan's so imposing when he gets it inside.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Oh, nice shot by Brown.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And here is DeRozan. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. The three, no good on the shot. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Kings ahead, leading by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Boston Celtics. Fellas, what's the energy like in the locker room when you're in a game like this?
Kenny didn't even have locker rooms when he played. He was shooting in peach baskets and riding his horse to the game.
Shaq, I'm not much older than you. I'm only 7 years older.
Lies, Kenny. You're making this stuff up. Lies.
You know, I couldn't make this stuff up even if I wanted to. And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the Boston Celtics.
Gotta get these fellas some allergy medicine. They're clearly allergic to the paint, and it's a problem.
Aren't you sponsored by an allergy medication?
Not yet, and not one that can fix this.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year's to all of you as we continue our broadcast. Domantas Sabonis has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Celtics trail by 5. Taking a look at the Celtics. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Walsh in at the 4. Brown Brown against DeRozan. Brown passes to Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got rebound number 7 tonight.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Westbrook. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. Westbrook's got 6.
Well, for most of his career, Westbrook depended on his mid-range game. Now he rarely shoots from that area.
DeRozan against Brown. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got rebound number 8 now. Outside Levine. Puts up a 3. Boston pulls it in.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Kings last season traded for Zach LaVine, and he said, quote, "I've been a fan for a long time, knowing how incredible these fans are each and every game. A Tuesday night, it's still going to be packed in here. People pull for their team, and I don't take it for granted." Back to you guys.
Tremendous support. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's DeRozan. After the basket by Boston. Westbrook can't hit. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
White, good.
Well, for obvious reasons, this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in White running the pick and roll.
Picked by Sabonis. Here's Levine for 3, and Pritchard pulls it down.
They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just one of their first 4 attempts.
White, good.
Moving the ball for the highest percentage look.
Sacramento has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Inside. And Sabonis slams it in.
At almost 7 feet tall, you gotta push Sabonis farther away. When you don't, he just dunks it with ease.
Outside, Brown. For the tie. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Brown. To the inside. Queta gets the bucket.
Savvy. Brown does what he can to help the team win, and he's upgraded his passing.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Kings making a switch here. Monk's checked in. Boston also changing it up. Tillman's checked in for Queta. Hauser comes in for Walsh. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. DeRozan outside. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Now here's Hauser. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Simons passes to Hauser. Fires in the triple. Hauser's got his second bucket on the night.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
White with the steal. It's a one-on-one situation. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Malik Monk picks one up.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anthony Simons. He runs the floor and just outworks other guys every chance he gets.
And that one falls for Simons.
Is such a great scorer. Simons can carry an offense for a stretch. Now he's working on the night-to-night consistency.
And so Simons nails both of them.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Outside Schroeder. They need this. Here's Levine for 3. He's off on that one. Covered by Schroeder. Pass to Simons. The 3. The shot no good. That'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Boston out in front, leading by 4. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Malik Monk is out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Sabonis in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. So it's Boston now. The Kings getting their last shot to go. Simons with it. Boucher a screen on Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Steps back and shoots. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Monk. This one for 3. Connects from downtown. Monk's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
An effective three-point shooter. Over his career, just about half of Monk's shots come from beyond the arc.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. McDermott's checked in for Saric. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He encouraged his guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what Coach is looking for.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Pritchard. Outside, Brown. They set the screen. Pass to Hauser. Fires from deep. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 4 assists in the game. Outside Monk. Sabonis with a screen on Brown. Monk finds Sabonis. And here's Schroeder outside. Knocks down the triple. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
An immediate answer. Schroeder's a competitor, and he wanted those 3 points back.
And here's Brown for 3. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And it's Monk off the drive. A one-handed jam, rocking the rim.
We have seen him have monster games before. Sabonis is all over the stat sheet right now.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Sacramento with some changes. Murray's checked in for McDermott. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Monk. And it's Levine in for Schroeder. Boston also changing it up. Cadis checked in for Boucher. Walsh comes in for Hauser. And it's White in for Simons. Now White. Shoots it up. Ooh, he needed it, and he got it. Here's Westbrook. Outside DeRozan. Westbrook outside. Shot clock at 6. Book it! That one goes!
Look at Westbrook carrying the load. He can be that guy for you.
White outside. Here's the pass to Brown. Knocks down the trifecta.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Kings. 1:49 left in the fourth. Sabonis, another chance, and up and in on the layup.
Impressive poise from Sabonis right there. A guy you can count on to make big shots.
Brown. Here's Queta. He's guarded by Sabonis. Here's Pritchard. Down it goes!
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Now here's DeRozan. Look at DeRozan making his presence felt.
Well, hard to find a more clutch performer than DeRozan. He had no problem coming up with the huge makes.
Brown against DeRozan. Here's White. Fires the three. Rebounded by Sabonis. Outside Levine. Now Murray. DeRozan right side. Oh, it's off! Crucial possession right here.
The crowd is on edge.
I don't love fouling White there. He can really hurt you at the time.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. White hits them both.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
And we've got a timeout called by Doug Christie. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. DeRozan deciding where to go with it. Outside Brown. White outside to take the lead. And the three misses. And Doug Christie has called a timeout. There is a lot on the line. And he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Westbrook fires. Oh, off target from downtown. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. The vet pair on the wings with Levine at the 2, DeRozan at the 3. The duo inside, Murray and Sabonis. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. Rebounded by Sabonis. And the Kings shooting about 47%. A nice number. Outside Murray. Beyond the arc. Oh, the shot is off. And the Celtics in possession here. Now White. Outside Pritchard to take the lead. Outside Brown. He launches. They shoot again. Book it. It goes.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Westbrook against Pritchard. Outside DeRozan. Sabonis with a screen on Brown. DeRozan. Oh, he misses the deep 3.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Here's White. Outside Brown. Cleared away by DeRozan.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet. Well, DeRozan can handle any situation. The pressure is a non-issue.
It's Brown on the wing, defended by DeRozan. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Westbrook left side. Sabonis with a screen on Pritchard.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Brown. And there's a pick. And he gets the jumper to fall.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And Doug Christie has called a timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What's the best strategy for him?
And it would be smart to go for a 2-for-1 right now.
Sabonis with a screen on Pritchard. Now Sabonis. He fires from 18. It's gone! What a day!
Giant points from Sabonis. They needed those.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Keita. He's guarded by Sabonis. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. To take the lead. Yes, sir!
We have seen Westbrook step up in the clutch many times before. I mean, he loves coming through for his guys when they need it most.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
DeRozan against Brown. Here's White. Let's loose for three. Oh, the long ball, no good. So a close game sees Sacramento taking this one. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Russell, this was a high-level back-and-forth basketball game. What's the mentality that got you the win?
We'll go get it. We're going to compete at a high level. When you live for games like this as a competitor, come out and compete, and I look forward to it every single time.
And we live to watch games like this. Thanks, Russell.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Domantas Sabonis.